All right. Welcome once again to the Beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, Beatzillapdx officially. And this is the midweek report, news break edition. And this evening we are talking about The View. For those of you who are aware, this show has been around for a while. And you know, here at the New Black Media, we have definitely called these people out for being Democratic shills, and that's what they are. They do their job for the Democratic Party and scream on black folks and help reinvent or rework other people's images that were blatantly anti-black. And so we're going to talk about that type of situation today. But first, if you could, hit that like button as you are coming into this broadcast. Share this out on your social media if you would. Share it to a friend, text it to somebody, email it to someone else. And you can also subscribe to this channel if you are not already subscribed. And while you're doing that, hit that notification bell, hit the word all. That way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live or a video is uploaded. And then also you can become a member of this channel as well. And you can join this channel and help support that way, as of course. So again, peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon all of you and yours who are tuning in this evening. So real quick, in this election cycle, we have seen a lot of different ways of trying to get black male voting attention from the Democrats. One of the things that they did, maybe a year or two ago, was that don't worry about the black male vote. Well, as it's heading into the election season and cycle, and the reality is hitting that anti-black man agenda is now coming to bite the Democratic Party and all of their hopefuls in the rear end. Because you guys got to remember, it was blame black man season for quite some time. Black men are homophobic. Black men are transphobic. Black men are women haters. And then it moved on to black men are xenophobic and black men are anti-Semitic. Well, now things have changed and reality is out there. However, some people have a hard time dealing with the reality, and they like to feel that they would be the spokespersons for black folks and tell folks what's going to happen, especially with us black men. Like Tiffany Cross said, we just need to get in line with the women and follow suit because we ain't got good minds and good sense of our own. Well, with that being said, we have Sonny Hostin, however you want to say it, from The View, who I want to play this interaction. And so we're going to go through this, and then we're going to go through this other part, another video, and that's definitely going to be a longer walkthrough. But I really want to break this down this evening because, family, we understand the attitude and position they take with black men on a steady. But do y'all realize that as much as they tell us that we shouldn't be voting for the couch because Donald Trump's a racist and he'll get in and we'll be letting him get back in the office and we can't have that racist in the office and racist this, Donald Trump's a racist that. So they're giving you the idea of anti-black racism being a bad thing. In the same week of Sonny Hostin's BankHead bounce, they also hosted a guy by the name of Michael Richards. Some of y'all might remember Michael Richards. I know I do. Y'all remember him? He was the guy that was upset at the hecklers at his comedy show and started spewing the N-word and told them that they would have, in his great-grandfather's day, they would have been lynched for talking while a white man was talking. And so The View had him on promoting his new book while he's talking about how he canceled himself. Yet and still he's on The View promoting his book after this time. And they're really, really soft shoeing it. But let's just start with the smoke that Sonny has for black men.
83% of black registered voters identify as or lean Democratic. 81% of black men, 81% are in the Democratic Party. So I don't want to hear anymore that black men are voting for Trump. Black women resoundingly will show up for Biden, and they're going to bring their sons, they're going to bring their grandsons, they're going to bring their husbands.
Wow.
And the black vote will turn out for president.
Okay, so there's something I need to kind of go over with this. And she's really doing the most. But that's, that's how they do it. Like, we gotta ham it up. Well, I just want to show y'all her body language. And she gonna start BankHead bouncing. I don't want to hit anymore. See, it's more the black men. Voted for Trump. Black women. I mean, is she up here BankHead bouncing? Oh my goodness. And they're gonna grab their husbands and their children and their grandfathers and their uncles by the ear, and they're gonna drag them to the polls, and they're gonna vote for Joe Biden. The madness of it all, ladies and gentlemen. The madness. But okay, see, there's the smoke that we get for black men in our own political position, which not necessarily voting for Donald Trump. It is voting our best interest, and not to say that either party is or either candidate right now is a favorable choice. That's why you have a lot of people talking about the couch. And the couch represents a position not just by us, but by even more folks. Now, we understand what our agenda is. Now, there's also broken promises on other fronts. Now, if y'all remember back in 2020, going into 2021, remember when, for those of y'all who've been with me this long, when I was telling y'all how they were going to try to pivot to climate change and climate justice talk. And they were going to try to move the conversation from the George Floyd and all of the protesting to putting that energy into climate change. Remember they had that little girl, the Greta girl, whatever her name is, she was like 16, and they were trying to make a big deal out of her like they were Amanda Gorman. You haven't seen Amanda Gorman or heard side of her at all since 2020. Oh, another one of those fictitious characters that they rolled out. Anybody heard or seen sight of Dr. Kismikia, a.k.a. Kizzy? Kizzy means stay put. And Dr. Kizzy, Dr. Stay Put, said, y'all all come over here and get this thing because I's done did it. And now all you hear is Fauci. It's funny how nobody on Capitol Hill has any desire to talk to Dr. Kismikia, considering how she was so instrumental in the development of certain medical breakthroughs, shall we say, or products, product development, shall we say. Yeah, well, yeah. Funny how you don't see them anymore. Well, moving right along to other people who told you were fools for having common sense and better judgment than to listen to the people who can't figure out how to keep the government open, but all of a sudden can figure out what you need in your body. But anyway, can't figure out to home and house their own, but got a flood of illegals in here from a crisis that is self-induced and funding two different conflicts all the other side of the world, where some people could probably speculate. Well, actually, it's been not speculation, but it's been stated. Some of the reasoning behind 9/11 is this over support of Israel putting a foot up Palestine's behind. So just hope you know, for all of you people who are too young to even understand what that was about, here we are again. So, you know, this is how these, how terrorist acts and all of this start happening. This is how. This is exactly how. We're like literally repeating history in 20-year time spans. However, with The View, they decided not to wait 20 years. Actually, I guess it has been some time, though, since this dude has been on the scene. But let's hear how they received him. Because don't you tell me what black men finna do. Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay. Michael and I
That's what.
were on stage together 175 years ago in San Diego, California.
Yeah.
And
Probably.
we've seen each other in bits and pieces, but it's been a very long time. And it's nice to see you here.
Oh.
And you stayed out of the public eye for quite a while. So welcome back, man.
Oh, thank you.
Now, do you see what they just did to soften the blow of what he did already? You have Whoopi Goldberg, the certified black woman, on the panel, who is now his last public scene was him cussing and saying the N-word on stage to black men. She's like, well, yeah, I was on the stage with him so many years ago, and man, welcome back, man. It's good to see you. I just want y'all to keep things in mind and perspective as much as they talk about how bad Trump is. This dude was referring to lynching black men on stage in his little comedy routine. And she just so nonchalantly says, welcome back, man. It's good to see you. Yeah, we finna walk through this interview, family.
And I have to ask you, why was now the time to write this book?
Well, a kind of inspiration in the face of reviewing myself and getting to know myself better than ever.
Yeah.
Oh, did you not know that you had anti-black views and anti-black sentiments and a bunch of deep-seated, hearted anti-black vitriol in those reflections of how you seen yourself, brother? And I say brother very loosely and just as figuratively as this dude's reflective thought about his anti-black behavior so many years ago.
Stepping into memories from here to here at 74.
Wow.
So what you didn't see is he referred from when he said from here to here, he's like using his hands and saying here as like child age, and then to his age now as 74. So now, yeah, I'm elderly, so you know, cut me some slack. Are y'all catching all these little things they putting out there? I hope so.
So it's a journey, through myself as an artist, certainly in the creation of Kramer, which was a big character to sit in the midst of.
Do you think this wasn't orchestrated before he came out there to say, before we refer to what you actually did that should get you basically blackballed, you know, they're going to say, they're just going to let him go and promote his book. This is insane. Let me go back just slightly because, yeah, they're doing the most right
journey,
here.
through myself as an artist, certainly in the creation of Kramer, which was
Right.
a big character.
So, yeah, talk about Kramer. And like everybody knows you as the character Kramer. And that's where everybody likes you from. So let's go ahead and throw Kramer out there first before we address all that anti-black racist stuff you did.
Character to sit in the midst of.
Well, you're wonderfully funny in it. And who thought up entrances and exits? It's a great title for your book.
Joy
well,
Behar.
Shakespeare.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, indeed. And coming into things, coming out of things, coming into things,
Right,
coming out of
right.
things, the
Yeah.
comings and the
Perfect.
goings and all those moments that define us.
Well, I'm so happy that you're here. And let me just start by saying, I don't believe in cancel culture. I believe in consequence culture. And you've paid a lot of consequences.
Now, do you hear the somber tone Sonny is talking to him in? Let me just show you what I'm looking at. Look at her posture. She has a very like laid back posture because what they're doing is trying to make him comfortable. I hope you guys can see this. This is all about making this man who was referring to lynching in an angry fashion. And yeah, you had some, consequence. I don't believe in cancel culture. I believe in consequence culture. And you face some consequences. Why ain't he facing them right now with you though, Sonny? Here's the well, let's just do this. Let's see if anybody asked him how his view of black people have changed from then. Let's see if that question happens.
Indeed.
So we understand that. And so let's go to your infamous racial tirade on stage at the Laugh Factory back in 2006. We all saw that. It went viral. You were being heckled by some black
2006, 18 years ago.
audience members, and you responded with racial slurs. What happened? Just what were you thinking? What happened?
Yeah. Well, I'm on stage with a microphone in my hand, doing an act, breaking in material. It's late at night. And man in the audience made an announcement that I'm not funny. He doesn't think I'm very funny. And I came back. Now, first, I must say, look, I'm not a normal man.
Or any of us?
Well, you're a comedian.
No, but I mean,
First
as a
of all,
comedian,
yeah,
you got it.
yeah.
The things you said were very normal. The things you did were very normal. The things that you referred to were very normal for an anti-black white supremacist. So I don't know what he's talking about. And not to mention, let's look at what he's addressing. The hell is he talking about? What happened in that moment? Well, I'm different. And he said you weren't funny and you said a whole bunch of racial stuff. That's what she just asked him. Now, what the hell is he talking about? Let's see if he answers her question.
You got it. Yeah. There's a lot of eccentricity going on in
Because he's eccentric.
And certainly I could never have created a character like Kramer without...
Ooh, refer back to Kramer while she asked you a question about your anti-black racism. So clearly, I need my eccentricism to create such a character that all of you know and love like Kramer. So, I mean, you have to just excuse all of the N-bombs I dropped and referring to back in my great-grandfather's day, how these two black men who didn't think I was funny would be hung. And this is what he said. This is the response to her question about what happened. The hell is he talking about?
Being slightly touched. So
he's slightly off, huh? Okay.
I work in a comedy club environment where the N-word is used a lot. And I decided I would let it loose.
I work in a comedy club where the N-word is used a lot. And I decided to let it fly. And that's what happened because you identified with your great-grandfather as a white man who in his day, these N's would be lynched for talking while he's talking, while a white man is talking. He's referring to lynching. Why on earth are we talking about just the N-word? N-word was just one of the things he did and said. But all of that reference to his great-granddaddy's day and lynching, that's not a racial slur. That is an anti-black racist action to which now there's technically a law against it on the federal level. But this is what this dude was saying. And now with the whole anti-lynching bill, the Emmett Till bill, you guys on The View absolutely let him skate this whole debacle of his history being overtly anti-black and holding on to some kind of Southern heritage of the oppression and brutality toward black folks of America, in this America. And he's over here holding tight to that. My granddaddy's day, unions would be lynched. And look at how he's sitting up here they up here trying to clean him up, ain't they? They trying to clean him up real nice, ain't they? This is the day and age of this whole thing that we talk about, image wars. This is the day and age of it really manifesting itself for real. And see, here Sonny can come out here, BankHead bounce on black men. And this is what the black community gonna do. And we gonna come out there and they gonna get their sons, they gonna get their daddies, they gonna get their uncles, they gonna get their cousins. And man, if you don't sit down and they gonna go vote for Joe Biden. That's insane. But yo, this Mike Richards dude, I mean, it's insane how they just letting him ride on this, man. And Sonny Hostin, I don't want to hear nothing out of you towards black men ever again when you sat up here and let this white man who referred to lynching black men and referred to the history of lynchings in America as it was something that he was proud of. But y'all ain't getting to that part.
And
it's not used anymore. Those days are over.
For me, they certainly are. Yeah. By the way, cancel culture. I canceled myself out.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm out of there. When that rage came about, and
it was rage.
Well, sure.
You're not funny.
Yeah, and the rage is channeled into a character. I am trying to perform in my own way at first.
What? Did you hear how Sonny tried to walk him out of that? Oh my goodness. See, this is the problem for me. And this is why you can't trust any of these media folks out here. Because they'll sit up here and scream on black men all day long. This man was over here talking about lynching black men. And she over here trying to walk him down the path of redemption when he still can't even figure it out. This man has no sincerity at all. He's not remorseful about what he did. They don't even ask him if he's sorry about it. Notice that question doesn't come up. Does he regret it happened? No, they don't ask him that. But they keep going back to, man, the great funny character that he has and all of his great acting skill and talent. You know, he's so eclectic and it's a trend system. I mean, stop it. No, the dude's just an old racist bigot who got caught out there talking his own feelings on stage.
And that got me deeper into hell. That's not a right word to use, is it?
Wasn't just the one thing you said.
I felt I got hit, so I'm hitting back.
Yeah.
That person went low, I'm going lower. And I'm very emotional about it. You see, I can still, after 18 years, you can feel but this is the passion that I am. Maybe it's because I'm Italian, maybe.
Oh, and then he tries to throw his ethnicity out there. See, it's the passion that I have. The passion that you had that night was hatred towards black people. So that passion that you had about referring to lynchings is not about your talent. Family, we talk about hip hop music often. We just see the Drake and Kendrick Lamar rap beef. I don't want to hear no dude talking about I got lost out of my artistry. Dude, you're an actor. A paid Hollywood actor. And he doesn't know how to control himself, stay in character or get out of character as a professional actor who still gets, by the way, his royalties from the syndication of Seinfeld. He ain't lose nothing except for popularity at the moment. And here they are trying to work him back into the spotlight, cleaning up his image and not referring it all to his vile anti-black racism. And then he's over here. This is his excuse over being overtly anti. There is no talk about him apologizing to the black community. Is there anything that he would want black people to know about him? Nothing. This is why The View has to, people like them, they're just trash and they're a lost cause.
You are?
Yeah. But also because I'm hey, no
I'm ethnic too, y'all.
When I saw you in person just now, I thought you look a little like my father.
I am your father. No.
Oh, okay, now it's Star Wars. Jokes, lighten it up. Lighten mood, man.
But you know,
I'm so sorry. Listen, I don't. Am I answering the question? I mean, in the sense that
just wanted to know.
I tried, but it went to hell. It was heroic, horrific.
You've apologized for it.
I have.
And you've learned something from this, don't you?
Oh, indeed,
You've learned something.
indeed.
But let me ask you my.
You apologized for it. Why didn't you offer him the opportunity to do it right now, Sonny? You're sitting right next to him. Let him look in the camera and apologize to Black America himself. He's on The View. There's a show called The View. You don't have him look into the camera and give America a view of him apologizing to Black America for being so nasty of a racist. Well, you apologize for it. You notice how it's Sonny that keeps speaking up, cleaning up his anti-blackness? So far, since the introduction, you ain't heard Whoopi say nothing. It's been Sonny. Sonny is done, and the other two white women, you haven't even heard their voices this entire time. You heard Bayhard and Sonny. And Sonny is doing the most right now.
Michael, do you still have that rage in you that you had that night?
Anger is still around. It doesn't go away. It's the color of my fur. I went personal, and then I started seeing it collectively and the rage behind the wars. And I'm there in a club making war on my fellow man. Those were big considerations for me.
Comedy's not
after
pretty
that.
sometimes.
Yeah, well,
that wasn't comedy, Joy. He went off on a racist rant. There's nothing comedic in that. This is why these folks absolutely cannot be trusted. Once again, these folks do not have the best interest of Black America whatsoever.
It can go into tragedy.
Yeah.
Well, in addition to heavy moments, you also write out some of the highs of your life. And obviously, 9 seasons on Seinfeld as the beloved Cosmo Kramer, one of the most iconic comedy characters. And what I loved about him is he had this physicality about him. The entrances, the falling, the eating in the shower, the whole thing.
Wow. Do you see how we just skipped over that to talk about Seinfeld?
Himself. At one point, you even
Yeah, we're going to get past that.
A life that was, it was just wonderful to be inside such a character.
Yeah, thank you for giving us Kramer.
Thank you.
So, Michael, in the foreword that he wrote for the book, your co-star Jerry Seinfeld, he just
Who cares?
Something in the trash, I pick out. Look at this artboard. Well, that looks perfectly good to me.
See, here's all the
I'm
other.
walking along with it, and he goes, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm going to keep it. You know, this would be about $40."
Now they're talking about him and
Seeing
Seinfeld.
the comedy and always keeping our eye on what's needed to be funny. For 9 years, it was a powerful commitment.
So see, they talked mostly about Seinfeld, opened up talking about Seinfeld, talked about what he did very briefly. Sonny was there to clean it up, and then they went right back into talking about Seinfeld and then promoting his book, which you will not hear on this broadcast. So, and that's pretty much it, because that's what they're doing. And there's about 3 minutes left of this interview where they just simply rehash, talk about in the glory days of Seinfeld. Like, who cares? I don't give a crap about no Seinfeld. I never watched Seinfeld, to be quite honest. I ain't never watched Seinfeld or Friends. Them are shows I could honestly tell you I ain't never seen. Unless I fell asleep and the TV was left on. But I couldn't tell you no episode of no Seinfeld. I don't even understand why that stuff was funny to y'all. And when it comes down to Friends, if I wanted to watch Friends, I'll just watch Living Single. Since that's where the concept of Friends came from. And then they snuffed out Living Single for the likeness of them. You know. Just the things you see and the things you understand. Like how UPN and all of these networks had all these black shows. These black shows built these networks. And now these networks don't have one black show. That's how they use black people. They use black people like that. Just like Sonny. Sonny can sit up here and BankHead bounce on black men and you're going to get to the polls and y'all going to listen to black women and y'all going to get drugged by the air down to go vote for Joe Biden. So I don't want to hear anymore of anybody telling me how black men are going to be voting for Donald Trump. Man, we voting for the couch. The couch is right now looking like the best candidate. And there ain't nothing wrong with that in my estimation, because at the end of the day, these people are nuts. And we see that these people will sell their soul out for anything. So truth be told, these folks this is my point. They don't have no conviction. They feel somewhat morally okay, I guess, because they feel that they've aligned themselves with the party that is the best for them, which in all actuality, that's not true at all. But with this whole situation here, this is just insane. And they absolutely, Whoopi Goldberg and Sonny Hostin absolutely tried to clean this dude up and make him something he's not. Then they went back to literally promoting him. So no apology. Well, you apologize for that. So the reason why Sonny Hostin comes in and she says, well, you apologize for that. Where have we seen a formal apology? And here is it's literally The View right now. He's trying to sell something right now. This tells me that he did not want to even address apologizing to Black America. And they obviously had the instructions not to go too hard on that conversation. We'll have Sonny soft walk him through it, and then we'll get right back to the Seinfeld talk. Damn them niggas. And that's pretty much how they played it. So with that being said, Whoopi Goldberg and Sonny Hostin, both of you absolutely get a half gallon and we'll give you the twofer. So we're going to give you a 2-for-1. That is 4 jugs of Sambo sauce coming your way.
Sambo, Sambo, Sambo.
So if anybody just does not understand what you seeing out here when you got these type of beings in your midst, I don't know what to tell you. Chances are you already a lost cause and you gonna stay asleep for good.
And I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for good. And
Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? Lord, 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 Lord. So there might be some of y'all out there that say, hey, man, everybody deserves a second chance. There is no rehabilitation for white supremacists. You cannot love racism out of a racist. And all you could do is like what Sonny did. Try to put a smoke screen and try to escort him through his anti-blackness so he could protect his white privilege and promote his book. If any of you cannot understand that, and for those of you who say I'm overlooking it or I'm overthinking it, and they might actually really, really care about the black community, and I mean Sonny and Whoopi. Well, if you believe that, I speak for myself, BeatZillaPDX official, the BeatZillaPDX official show. Those of you in the chat, the grassroots voices of new black media, I think it is safe to say I speak for all parties involved when we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Yes, indeed. Hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
Family, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at BeatZillaPDX. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you could do so by way of CashApp, and that is $Beatzillapdx. That is CashApp, $Beatzillapdx. And of course, we also have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And with that being said, family, we've come to another midweek report ending. And I would like to thank all of you once again for tuning in. Please, again, share this out. Like this if you have not already given this a like. Helps the algorithm. And share this out on your social media as well. Draws more attention to this channel. And I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and supporting this channel. I appreciate it so much. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on all of you and yours. Stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Have a blessed one.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No.
the stone of truth. See, that's what you throw.
Right.
Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.